Sunderland away is the next challenge up for Arne Slot's Liverpool, and it's high time that we pull our socks up because now it's business time. Welcome to Marching Reds. I am Aman Chima, and here I am to preview the game between Sunderland and Liverpool, which is going to be played at the Stadium of Light under the lights. And it's turning out to be a big game than what we would have thought of earlier in the season. So let's start putting in the context and see how Arne Slot should approach this game. Let's start from the last game itself, the defeat against Manchester City. And of course, we did not get anything out of the game. But the fact that we were leading up till the 83rd minute, you could definitely see a lot of good things that Liverpool were doing in that game. And the manner in which we conceded those two goals, yes, of course, it still hurts, but that is something that we need to quickly rectify and ensure that we start managing those situations very carefully, because on one hand, yes, it is still 1/3 of the season in the Premier League, which is still left to be played for. But as the opportunities are coming thick and fast and the window to accumulate all those points is narrowing, we can't be dropping any more points, especially in that manner. And the fact that the next set of games, I will not use the word favorable, but looks like would be a run of games where we could start getting a lot of more points if we keep on amplifying those good moments in the game and start capitalizing on it. Definitely we can see ourselves getting on a run and hopefully start pushing towards that top 4 top 5 finish. And with the fact that Chelsea and United have just dropped points in their respective games in this game week, of course you cannot leapfrog them after beating Sunderland, but definitely with a win, with those 3 points, you can make your presence felt by catching on to any such opportunity that presents itself. And for that, you need to be present, you need to be at it, and you need to make sure that now, irrespective of the performance, it's the results that matter. And let's get this over the line. Looking at the lineup, again, no fresh injury concerns, but nobody is coming back either. Maybe Joe Gomez is a 50-50 call. The only thing is that our player of the season, Dominic Szoboszlai, who got a red card right in the end of that Man City game, will be suspended for this one. So not only he would be missed in the midfield, but the fact that he was being deputized as the right back, you would be seeing a new face in that particular position. And I do have a pick in my mind that Arne Slot would go for, but that is not how I wanted that particular player to be slotted in that team. So for me, Allison will start in goal. In the left back position, it will be Milos Kerkez, and maybe you could start Andy Robertson in there, but I do feel that Robertson would get a start in the FA Cup game, which is coming up after this one on the weekend. So he starts for me. In the centre back pairing, Van Dijk, Konate. In the right back position, I don't think he would go for Calvin Ramsey. Even if Joe Gomez is fit, he would be at most be named on the bench and maybe would be fit enough to come on for a 15-20 minute odd cameo. So my pick for the right back position would be Curtis Jones. The fact that he has not had enough playing minutes in his legs, and this opportunity, although the circumstances are not as positive as they could have been for him to get a start, and I've been wishing or like wanting him to be more involved in the game and to be named in the starting lineup itself. If it is through this way, I won't mind it, because I do feel like the one thing that Liverpool is missing is the composure and the calmness on the ball, because that allows us to control the games, to dominate those games. And you need a player like Curtis Jones who is confident on the ball, who does not mind having the ball at his feet, and instead of just playing those sluggish passes here or there, he's the guy who can lure in the opposition and maybe then try to pass the ball through and like break the lines or maybe carry the ball forward. So you do need such kind of players in your team. That's why he starts for me. In the midfield, it has to be Gravenberg, McAllister, Florian Wirtz, and up top, Mohamed Salah, Hugo Ekitike, and Cody Gakpo. The last time we played Sunderland was at Anfield, and it was not a boring 1-all draw, but it was a very sluggish watch to say the least, because Sunderland took the lead. And when we thought Florian Wirtz got his first goal in the Premier League, it was actually an own goal. And right at the end, where we thought that it is Liverpool on the ascendancy, maybe we get a late minute winner. It was actually Sunderland who created this golden scoring opportunity in which we saw Federico Chiesa running from Sunderland's half to our box and sort of getting a crucial touch at the touchline to deny Sunderland getting those 3 points at Anfield. And that was the start of the streak of draws that we ended up playing. And I mean, even in that game, like right before that Sunderland chance, we had the chance to score. And that has been the story for Liverpool this season. The fact that we've been so close in converting or creating that high quality chance. And it is just the way we lose the ball in transitions and our inability to handle those situations which has costed Liverpool dearly. And I can think of various situations in this season itself when we thought like, okay, now we've secured a draw, or maybe now the 3 points look locked and sealed. We've ended up conceding a late minute winner or a late minute equalizer, and that has just dented our chances to not only close the gap as of now, but off the pitch, it has resulted us in not being that confident. And although I would have to give credit to all these players to keep on showing up again and again, because even they would be facing the social media backlash, maybe not at that extent to what our manager is, but I mean, definitely they would be hurt too. And till the end of the season, I just feel I, as a fan, as a supporter of this club, need to play my part in making sure to be positive, to be hopeful, and understand what is going behind the scenes, or try to understand the decision making, the rationale behind some decisions. And the fact that we have had like what, 6 players being played at the right back position, our central defenders being just down to 2 players, our British record transfer signing being out for months. And these are not excuses, but the fact that this has not allowed us to play a certain set of players, a certain set of 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 players consistently, that has definitely led us to not being able to be in a full flow. And although we do depend on a few magical moments from Beard, Ekitike, and of course Soboslai, but there are a few games too in the season where we as a collective unit have performed. And I just want to see that grit in our team. I want to see that fight in our team that, okay, you know what? We've not had the best season in the Premier League so far. Yes, we are still in the FA Cup. We are still in the Champions League. We would be entering the round of 16 stage directly. So everything is going well in the other competitions. But in the Premier League, we just have 39 points out of 25 games. It is what it is. We are not completely out of the top 4, top 5 race. And if we can stick together, we can still make it a good season for us. And as Arne Slot rightly said in his press conference, if there is no Champions League football next season, it won't be considered as an acceptable season. And that's good to know that the manager is confident enough in addressing what the season's objective is. And I think that is how, as fans, should approach this season in the Premier League, especially from now onwards. That, you know what, title is done, title is gone. And of course, it's the first or the main thing that you, after the transfer window, especially wanted to go for. But we have to come to terms with the harsh reality. But I just feel that I have to play my part as well. And I would urge every Liverpool fan to feel the same. You might be of a different opinion on Arne Slot, but at the end of the day, it's the betterment of the Liverpool Football Club that we all want. It's the success of this club that we all want. And I mean, I don't have to remind you again the fact that he was the guy who won us the Premier League last season. And again, if you've been watching my videos previously, you might be feeling I'm just like banging this drum again and again, but this is how I understand the context behind this season, the context behind any game that we would be playing in this season. And the fact that we have not been at our best is also something that I'm aware of. But as I said, it's still not over. Maybe a couple of wins here or there. Maybe if we see Chelsea and United drop a few more points, maybe as soon as we get to know that, you know what, okay, top five would be enough for us to get Champions League football next season, you could see those things turning in our favor. And if at any point in the season I would want things to go our way, it would be from now onwards to the end of the season. So I'll be doing all I can to push this team through, whether it's mentally, verbally, physically. And I just have a feeling that it's just about time that we start getting those performances which would turn into results. And once those results start coming in, once you see those points being accumulated, we all Liverpool fans would be feeling a lot better. And I hope that it starts at the Stadium of Light. And I know it is going to be a tricky challenge. The fact that they have not lost even a single game in the Premier League at home. And if we have to do that, it would require top performance, and that is what I'm expecting. So you let me know your playing 11 in the comment section below. Let me know if there is any particular player that you'll be looking forward to see in that lineup. Maybe it's Chiesa, maybe it's Ngamua, maybe it's Trey Nioni, just to freshen things up. And let me know your score predictions as well. So if you've liked this video, let me know by liking this video and also subscribing to my channel. It would be interesting to see what your comments are in that comment section below. I will see you in the review of this game. Till then, take care.